Carrowmore and the Drowned Lands. The company had just set up camp near the village of Carrowmore when the dam to the north suddenly burst, flooding the lands that lay in its shadow, including Carrowmore and the camp. The treasure hunters are caught in the deluge. Some fashion makeshift rafts, others choose to swim, others just slogging through water that sometimes reaches as high as your waist, sometimes as high as your chest. And while we're focusing on you right now, Ria Silsmont, you have to imagine there are treasure hunters kind of all over this like floodplain, right? This flooded area. Indeed, it's the middle of the day. The sun is high in the sky. The flood has left Carrowmore and the surrounding lands it's like a post-apocalyptic wreck. Drowned livestock, pale bodies occasionally floating past, the smell of rot, dark, circling, scavenging birds ready to take advantage of this situation. You are sloshing through the water and you see a few different things ahead of you. The first is an old man dragging a drowned body onto shore. Next, a group of children scrambling for a floating corpse, getting away from them, shouting, "Mother! Mother!" A little further ahead, you see a woman, a grief-struck survivor, stumbling through a shallow portion of the water, screaming, "Unclean meat! Unclean meat!" And up on the banks, an old woman, an ancient woman really, gazing into the mouth of a corpse. What do you do?
Uh, I think the cries of mother from the children hits Rias particularly hard, and he's going to go into the water and try and get this corpse that's getting away from them, get it back to shore.
Yeah, I think that's great. Um, you have the general set goal here of just interacting with the people of Carrowmore, the survivors of Carrowmore.
Sure.
As you sort of approach the situation, do you have any questions you want to ask?
Oh, um, I guess it's the middle of the day, so I can't ask any questions about the stars,
No.
nor darkness.
No.
Uh, I mean, I guess where the areas of are people able to get to safety, or are people in further danger? Might be a
Hmm.
good question.
Yeah.
Um,
And make a hunt roll. Just see what I'll kind of describe things
sure.
as you approach.
I do not think I have any skills or equipment that, you know, darkness, stars, symbols, transformation. Yeah, I just don't think there's a whole lot. So we'll just do one die. That's a four.
Fantastic. Take a token.
Hmm?
The situation is just chaotic. There are, as I've described previously, there are bodies floating by. There are people wailing in grief. There are people clinging to makeshift rafts and the roofs of their homes. You see some homes have been ripped from their foundations and are kind of smashed up against each other, creating a big cluster along the bank. But generally speaking, you can sort of reach a very, very soggy, what is essentially a riverbank now. And I wouldn't say it's safe, but it is a place to catch your breath if need be. You have a token. What are you going to do to help these kids with their mother?
The body's like out in the water, right?
It is.
I think no matter what, this is going to be dangerous. Going into flood waters is never ever going to be safe. So we might as well go ahead and use beast ritual. I'm going to take a semi-aquatic form,
Okay, good.
and hopefully use that to navigate the waters a little better. And like I said, just get this body back to shore.
I like it. Go ahead and take me through the risk roll here.
Sure. I'm hoping to assume a half fish, half man, a merman form
Hmm.
to navigate the floodwaters, help the and get this body back before the kids get so deep into the water that they themselves are lost.
Yeah, that's good.
Um, so this is going to be the beast ritual. I have transformation helping for that first light die.
Hmm.
It's a
Well, I have to
dark.
say
It's
what could go
a
wrong here. I think what could go wrong here is I think the body is lost, and
okay.
yeah, we'll keep it simple.
That's fair. Um, yeah. Uh, and I'm assuming because I'm using a ritual, there's got to be a dark die involved.
There does indeed, yeah.
Um, and I'm certainly willing to entertain a devil's bargain, especially because I have no help here.
No matter what, oh boy, no matter what, you will live on in the memory of these children.
That sounds incredibly ominous. But sure, let's start building the legend of Ria Silsmat.
Too light, one dark.
Sure. Too late, one dark on a risk. It's a five. Five light, I should say.
The complication is that you're going to succeed, but then and you'll be able to like get the body and the kids back to shore. The complication, such as it is the kids are going to ask for your help getting them back to their school.
Um, oh boy. You know, the set goal is to interact with the. This sounds like a good feeder of drama. So yeah, I'll take that complication.
The scene is yours. Describe it.
So we see Rias catching his breath on the side of the riverbank when and like you said, it's chaos. We see these little vignettes of people as you've described, but there's something about that cry of mother from children's voices that just cuts through all of that din, and uh, we might even see a little traumatic flashback of Rias himself calling for his own mother, um, and the spider recently that had his mother's name on it. Um, and he doesn't even think like there's no consideration, there's no thought. It's he just goes into pure adrenaline mode and assesses the situation, sees the body floating, sees what they're going for, um and again takes off his upper clothing, puts his weapons down, and begins looking at the stars. Even though it's daylight, he still knows where some of these constellations are, and begins matching his body to the Siren of Tanan, um, a, a half fish, a woman, um, and we start to see these scales, almost Mystique from X-Men, like begin to spread, particularly down his lower body, and he slips into the water. And what the kids see is they're beginning to like lose. They're getting deeper and deeper. Some of them are starting to maybe have questionable footing, but Rias grabs onto the body, and we see him emerge his upper body as he just pushes this body back towards the shore. But he is a giant scaled. He's effectively a monster of the forest, or very similar to one. Um, as he pushes this body back up against the shore and says, "Don't worry, it's safe now."
One of the children, he approaches. The other kids are like kind of like they kind of collapse on the body of their mother, like crying, you know. But one of them actually like very carefully, nervously approaches you, looking at you with a mix of fear and awe. He says, "My name is Oscar Lemnis. These are my brothers and sister, Cygnus, Drone, and Laticat. We we got separated from our class. Our our teacher, she's up there, and you'll see a little further down the river, or up the river, I should say. You'll see a woman desperately trying to corral a group of children. Will you take us back to them?"
Is there a raft or anything that I can keep them
Well, that's
safe?
well, you can fashion such a thing, right? And do a risk roll
Sure.
to safely get them over there.
Yeah.
And the body, incidentally.
Yeah, sure, certainly. Um, uh, yeah, Rias will use his new aquatic form to try and find something that can float, hopefully a little bit better than the door from Titanic.
Yeah.
Um, and deliver the children and the body to and reunite these people.
Yeah, that's great. Take me through the risk roll.
Sure. I've already kind of laid out what I hope will happen here. Um, what could go wrong?
Whatever you fashion for the body and the Lemnish children, it is not good enough to prevent a torrent of flood water from capsizing it.
Terrible.
And all of the Lemnish children and the body are lost.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. Um, I do not think I have. I mean, unless we're using my aquatic form as a form of the first light die, um, I don't think I
Mm,
have anything extra.
I think it's going to really come down to like how are you trying to transport the body and the kids safely.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Um, how and it sounds like there's four kids and
four
the
kids.
body.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, I don't think Rias is big enough to just carry all of them on his back. Um, unless we've decided to write that in the fiction.
I mean, they're
Um,
small kids. We have the body too, so
yeah, I mean the body. I'm not worried about it drowning for obvious reasons. Rias can hold on to that, but the uh, kids, yeah, if they can ride on his back, then he'll
okay.
try and swim. He'll try and swim above water.
Do you have like a
Um,
rope or something that you can secure the
you
body
know,
with?
I have one last like open slot, and I will go ahead and fill it with rope.
That's a good justification for your first die, then.
Sure, rope 60 foot. Here we go. Cool. Then yeah, yeah. Rias gets out some rope and yeah, just sort of ties the body loosely to himself. Um, is there a dark die involved?
Yes.
Okay. So we're at one light, one dark, and sure, let's go for a devil's bargain. I need the extra light die.
No matter what, you lose one of the kids, but you
Oh,
get to
absolutely
choose
not. Absolutely not. Nope, nope. One light, one dark.
one light, one dark.
Six light.
Six light. Congratulations. Describe how you safely get the kids over to their teacher and classmates.
Um, I think Oscar, very brave Oscar to approach a a monstrous looking humanoid like this. But Ria says, uh, "My name is Ria Silsmat. My mother was Anarita Elsmat. You can trust me. I am a friend." And we can, shortwave the whatever it takes Rias to sort of convince these kids, or maybe Oscar convinces the kids that Rias is safe. And he says, I will get you to your teacher." Um, and he sort of like takes the body gently uses this rope and sort of secures it to him in a quick little couple quick little knots. Um, and then he turns his back to the bank and says, "All right, kids, climb aboard. Hold on tightly." And we see these little kids very tentatively, tenderly, like grabbing onto like one on each arm, on each shoulder. Oscar might even like be able to like sit legs and like over his head, and Paparius takes the kids down these waters very slowly, gently, tenderly. I think we almost lose one. The one that would have been lost that I accept the devil's bargain. Like sort of we feel Rias like one shoulder sinks into the water. And this kid starts to drift away, and Rias's hand is like webbed. This webbed hand just reaches out, snatches the kid by the shirt, and he says, and he's like, "I've got you," and like he's crying out in pain because the kids get caught in the current, and he swims over to one side, finds um a more gentle side of the flood waters, and slowly pulls them into this other bank, or wherever the school teacher is.
Fantastic. You will learn that the school teacher's name is Sue Truin. I'll type that for you here. When you arrive, she's frantically trying to keep a group of screaming children calm as best she can. And the situation is at least alleviated when they see the Lemnish children, and everyone is happy that they're safe. Everyone is a little nervous about you because of your appearance, but Oscar Lemnis, and indeed your actions, validate your safety to everyone well enough. Sue helps the Lemnish children give their mother a proper burial. And because they're able to give their mother a proper funeral, as they grow older, Oscar Cygnus Laticat and Joan Lemnis will tell their own children the story of Rias Ilsmat, who helped them in this dark situation, in this dark time, on the worst day of their lives, and saved their family. Indeed, stories of Rias Ilsmat will spread to your great benefit. Ultimately, it will help you achieve your drive, and so you may add 2 gold directly to your hoard.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And that concludes our time with you. I will see you back at camp.
See you back at camp.